everyone, and welcome to Your View. I am Obiajulu Olabisi Ugbo, and I say compliments of the season. We are in a festive mode, and I will be hosting today's show. It has been an amazing year on the show. The feedbacks alone is pushing us to want to do more for you. We love you all. We appreciate your kind words and criticisms, as well as we believe that 2020 is going to be greater for all of us. Believe me when I say that today's show is bumper-packed, and you do not want to miss any part of it. So sit back, relax, and I'll be with you shortly.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
This year, one of the episodes that touched me is that of the FUTA student who was assaulted by her colleagues. That incident brought to mind that we need to do more as caregivers, teachers, and school authorities in providing mandatory classes that offer courses like anger management and conflict resolution. My take. A lot of people do not know how to express emotions like anger, and because of that, they go overboard in their reactions. So the responsibility is ours to teach them as early as possible in order to avoid such incidents. If you missed that episode, take a look.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Thanks for staying with us. So, a video trending online from the Federal University of Technology, Akure, FUTA, about a young lady identified as Bolu was brutally assaulted by 4 ladies and a man, and a gentleman, described as their school father. Now, according to the reports, the reason they descended on her was not totally established in the clips, but one of the ladies could be heard accusing the victim of running her mouth. This has led to different reactions. Watch this clip, and I actually ask you to please be cautious, because viewer discretion advised with this video, because the beating was actually quite intense. Watch this.
Kneel down. Kneel down. Kneel down. Kneel down. Kneel down. Kneel down. Boy, give me phone. I didn't know. Kneel down. Just kneel down. 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 Give me. Kneel down. Kneel down. Kneel down. Kneel down. What do kneel down? Kneel down. Give me. Kneel down.
Right. So that was the video that practically trended all weekend. And obviously there are mixed reactions. People are thinking different angles. Now, why it happened is not clear, because there are different reports. But regardless of why it happened, I know FUTA has also responded. The school authorities have responded, and I think they've suspended the students indefinitely. Now, I would like us to take this from different angles. First of all, this happens in schools. Lots of people are saying that this has happened to them. A lot of people have gone through this kind of bullying and didn't get to the point where it was recorded and went viral. So it happened. It's something that is somewhat normal in schools. Now, how do we handle these kind of bullying situations in university settings, especially because these are not children. They're not babies. They are somewhat adult.
This is not a new trend
yes.
in our environment. So I went to a military school, and I remember back then in 91, if a senior calls you, hey, and you stroll in command, all the CDSS people know, you are dead. The sort of beating, I remember in JS2, I was made to kneel down and they were taking biology classes. A female teacher was saying to them, people are abusing this girl. He said, no, she was rude to us in the library, she will remain there. And that's how my activism starts. That's how they bent me from a gentle girl to what I am today. That's how these things happen in school, and they publicly beat. Now in command, we can't even tell the difference between this because we have turned the school to a private school. Those trends have stopped. But what the line was that you discipline a student, a young student, and don't abuse. This abuse, this magnitude of this abuse is what I cannot understand. And in university now, they move with their behavior from whatever secondary schools they were in into the university to have school father, have school mother, and then they cannot talk about each other.
No, for me, what happened here happens more in secondary school. I didn't think it would ever happen in a university. I didn't expect it to happen in university because in the university setting, we were all adults. We're treating each other maturely. So you talk about me, I face you. Don't say that. That's not true. We discuss. I believe that the level of processing of thoughts should have gone beyond the level of physical battery, which is what we saw. But watching that video, I remembered my suffering. I suffered in boarding house. I suffered so much that every time I think of boarding house, I've blocked it from my head. I have a black knee because while I was in JSS2, a senior made me crawl on the concrete floor and my knees were bleeding. And for the senior, I am tall and it feels that my height is imposing over the senior. So if you're coming to me, you kneel down. If I'm talking to her, I must kneel down. I must look up to her because she doesn't want to look up to me. It's the power play. It is the fact that a lot of insecure people having a sniff of power would impose that over everybody around them. And our society allows it. It flows from the head all the way down.
So, Tokwe, thank you for taking us there because we are practically mirroring everything we see every single day.
Yeah, so
a security guard will
lash out.
also say that, yes, I'm the security guard. You cannot pass here without me. I know that power play, even in offices. The secretary, the PAs, you were not sick, my Oga. What? Who are you here to see? You know, so it's all around us. But young people engaging in such violence, where did they get that from? From their parents? From their friends? How do you solve a problem by hitting another?
Okay, so the thing for me is, I didn't go to the boarding house, but I witnessed certain things like this in the university. And for a university student to have the temerity to beat up another person, there's something behind it. It's either one of them is a cult member, there's a power backing them, or else you will not be able to, there's somebody strong, maybe they are affiliated, whatever it is, that is giving them that energy to do this to a child, a fellow student. And I feel that we're not doing enough as adults in raising our children from that primary school, secondary school. We need to start teaching people how to have verbal confrontations, talk about it. You don't need to use your hands. Animals are the ones we see fighting because they cannot speak. You have been given the gift of a mouth so that you can speak about it. We should raise children to see that there are different, it's okay to be different.
Okay, so
what we do here.
We all obviously agree that what happened there was physical battery that was totally unacceptable. But now let's talk about FUTA for a second. Their approach to this, because some people said, listen, those children should not be expelled. Others are saying they should only be suspended. I personally feel they shouldn't be expelled. Why? That's my personal opinion, and I'll explain why. But right now, FUTA has said indefinite suspension. And the reason why I say don't expel, listen, these are young people. If we expel them, what becomes of their life? Let's think solution. Let's not, you can't throw away the baby with the bathwater. Yes, suspend them indefinitely, maybe 2 semesters or so. Bring them back because the idea, what these children need is counseling.
We know that.
They need direction because they are young people. They can actually, there's something called youthful exuberance. So at that, yes, they took, they went overboard. Absolutely. But these children need proper counseling.
Mariah,
to
please, there's a reason they have laws. And somebody was able to screen grab the handbook of the university, that's FUTA, which said for that an amount of assault, they should be expelled.
These are 200 level children, they're babies.
Hold on. At what point do we start giving the consequences that is commensurate to each other's actions?
So they need to modify.
They can find a way to go to another school.
They need to modify that book.
No,
they don't have to.
According to Grapevine, what started fights? Auntie, fat girl in the video, sleeps around for phones.
That's what we hear. You're not sure.
I said Grapevine now.
Okay, Grapevine.
She sleeps around to get phone. iPhone is the issue. So the girl being beaten spreads the word that I don't know how she got her phone.
She's a runs
She's a runs girl. And Boda in the video, Boda was promised phone as well. So all of them gather and beat children. And you say, these are children?
They're not children.
If that girl, they're talking about, I saw that video about more than 5 people because it's different outfits. There was a girl in a brown or yellow dress. Yes. There was another one in a striped dress. There was the guy. If all of them have gathered and killed that girl.
She's in coma right now.
In that room.
She's not in coma.
No, hold on. As in, we did not see video. Video did not show. But they will graduate, Morayo, and the trade will continue. So these people should be made an example.
No,
of.
they should be.
Wait, hold on, Morayo. The way I see it,
wait,
should be made an example of in a way that this will never reoccur, even in other schools. The reason is because you see these children, if they are, even if they've graduated and this video surfaces in the future, their degrees should be recalled by the university. They are examples of that university. They are not fit and proper to have a degree.
Okay, let me pause for a second. We have I'll come to our guest very soon, but I'll come to Okwe first. We have the Deputy Director, Corporate Communications, Federal University of Technology, FUTA, on the phone. Good morning, sir. Are you there?
Good morning, I'm here.
Yes. Just hang in 1 second. I'll come to you. I want to get Tokwe's comments on your approach so far. Talk about your thoughts.
So I'm of the opinion that no man should be allowed to beat a woman. That man, that boy, is not a young boy. He's an adult. And
well,
he was beating a woman.
Right.
That one is expelled.
These are learned behaviors.
No.
They are learned.
Yes.
Somebody taught you, so you need to learn. How
we deal with issues is when you have punitive measures and we have corrective measures.
Yes.
In this case, they have to go hand in hand. So, yes, 2 years suspension, they will suffer that 2 years. But through that 2 years, it's not that you go home and go and sleep. It is that you are coming and you are taking counseling all through. Because what we must do is work on the psyche of that person.
Yes.
So, but the boy that was beaten should also face even
Don't make this a sexist issue.
No,
Murayo, I don't want this.
Everybody knows that men are more powerful in most cases.
But there was only one boy in that room.
When we allow this kind of things go,
no, I don't agree.
It will continue. The society will not
stop.
It's not about
the sexist. There are more women in that room.
Can I land, please? The society will not change until we have stronger punitive measures against things like this.
Okay.
So if we just say, oh, let's just tap it in the back, they resume in the next session, that won't happen.
I am not saying they should tap them in the back. I'm saying, yes, what they've done is wrong. However, suspend them indefinitely. Could be a year. Let them suffer, and during that period, taking counseling classes. I'm saying throwing them away totally is more of a disservice to society than actually
it might destroy them.
Bringing them back. Yes, you're going to destroy them. You're going to be creating monsters out of these children.
I think I disagree on that.
Graduate is above 18. They should face criminal charges for assault.
On a break. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Thanks for joining us on the show today.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So we have obviously different perspective on your decision as a school on how you handle this. Let me first of all, do you know exactly why it happened in the first place? Do you have any reports on exactly why it happened?
Yes. You know, the first thing we did when the report got to us, what key for us was the well-being and welfare of the victim. And after that had been settled, we applied the law of the university. The first thing was the indefinite suspension, because when you get a degree from FUTA and from other universities, it's not just about learning. Your degree is about your learning and your character.
Yes.
If you fail in one, then you are not fit and proper to remain a student of that institution.
Thank you, Jim.
And the law is very clear. What I would like everybody to know is that before you are formally described as a bona fide student of that institution, you must subscribe to the matriculation rules, and then you will get the university handbook. And in the course of becoming a student, there is an orientation program where these things are spelled out. If you do this, you lose your studentship. You want to retain your studentship, you must be in good standing academically and character-wise.
Thank you, sir.
So if you do anything in breach of any of the two, your studentship will be put in abeyance. And then a panel, you know, what is also very key for us is that we cannot, two wrongs don't make a right. These students who have been suspended will still need to face a panel. That is what the rule of the university says. It is the panel's recommendation that would now guide the vice chancellor in contact to take a final decision. However, it is clear that they have been suspended from all academic-related programs. The second semester examination is going on. They have been precluded.
All right, point taken.
So two questions quickly, sir. Is there a possibility that after the panel, most likely based on the video, indicts them, that the school authority hands them over to the police for prosecution? Because this is a criminal matter. And I'd like the young lady in question to pursue.
We have the legal department in the university.
Great.
Those are issues beyond my immediate competence. So the legal department will advise the university about what steps to take. Like I said, what is important is that anybody that runs foul of excellent rules of the university.
The second question, sir, is the
point taken.
The second question, sir, is the possibility of the school making this case an exemplary one that, you know, would deter enough. Is there a plan? Because in the video, the young lady never knelt down willingly. She was dragged and... Is there a plan to make her a role model of sorts, of someone who's, you know, who's hardly intimidated, a confident person? So to promote
the process of counseling is already going on. We have a full-fledged counseling unit, and we also have people who act as local parents to most of our students. Most of them are lecturers, some of them are senior administrative staff. They've taken up that role already.
Could you tell us how Bolu is doing right now, please? How is she doing?
She's well. She's been discharged. I spoke with the day student affairs yesterday, and she gave me a report that she's well. The medical unit is on her case, and they have told us that she's out of danger. But what is important, like I said, is not a question of punitive measures against them. It's about what does the law of the university say.
Sir.
That law will be applied to the letter.
Point taken. Let me take in this question. Go ahead.
Okay, then. So I know that this happens across schools, and we're able to see it because of social media. So is there any plan going forward of a program that would help, you know, sensitize the students on, what's it called, bullying? Any program that will be organized for students?
Like I said at the beginning, when you get into the university, you go through an orientation program, and you are supposed to live up to your orientation goals. So if you breach it in any way or form, like in any society, we have aberrant behavior, we would visit the full law of university and you. However, indeed, about 2 weeks ago, there was a program for all female students about how to comport themselves and now how not to coordinate in such a way that it will injure them emotionally and destroy their lives.
Sir, for me, this goes beyond the handbook, the orientation handbook. That's not what I'm talking about. Are there going to be, from now going forward, programs that will enlighten students? Because this happens with or without the orientation. That's what I'm saying.
What I'm saying is that just 2 weeks ago, orientation took place some months back. Some 2 weeks ago, all female students in the university were gathered in a place, and issues related to this were discussed with them.
I wanted to add in one more question, sir. The young man or young lady that actually recorded this, they're saying that she was also going to be suspended. Do you think that's appropriate? Because people are saying without that video, we wouldn't have known what happened.
Hold on. We said investigation is ongoing. Let us not preempt the investigation. The purpose of the investigation is to determine the culpability of the individuals in this very unfortunate incident. And so that we will not punish the innocent with the guilty.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. I think that's all we can take from you, because we'd like to get in callers to share their thoughts on this issue. Let's go on a break. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Yes, Anima.
So he says, well, I came across the video. It is criminal. It's a criminal case, and justice needs to be served. They need to be expelled. They need to be brought in for that. I don't want to take simple
understand
things.
his
Okola one
expelling.
says, hashtag your view, expel the bullies and send them to prison for reforms. Please, no gentle way to handle madness.
I still
They
understand.
are not children. An undergraduate is an
I still don't
adult.
understand why you want to send them to prison.
No.
Why you're insisting
That's
it's a
the
criminal
problem.
offense.
I think you should follow Alibaba more on Instagram. Because when you follow Alibaba, you understand that there are consequences for every action. Once we make it's a town person, it's a young person,
It's a young person, it's a
there's
child,
prison for
it's
young
this.
people.
Well,
So
that,
if you
that girl could have died.
doesn't...
That girl could actually have died
That's it.
because the mop stick that they hit on the girl's head.
Why don't
we
we-
don't even know if there's a tumor or if there is water
Have we
residue.
addressed the issue of parenting? Because where did these children get... No.
This is the issue,
Listen,
Mariah.
these are parents.
Yes.
You don't know what kind of life these children have been exposed to.
you are
When you
making
grew up,
excuses for them.
seeing their fathers or their
That
mothers
same
beating each other.
person will land in a developed society and the brain will reset.
reform.
Yes, sir.
And if the brain doesn't reset in a developed society, the person will go to jail. So when we have strong punitive deterring measures in a way that nobody else in that school, if those kids are expelled, nobody else in that school,
I agree.
even if somebody is aggravating you,
Mariah,
you
let
will
me
hold
come to the
yourself
actually.
back.
Yes.
We can control our
When
emotions.
a young criminal comes to rob and kills, do you say, let's go and investigate
These are
the
not
parenting?
criminals. They did not steal.
They did not steal.
You're separating the crimes.
Hey.
Crime is crime. This
Hey,
is assault.
feeling better pass
We
this
have
one
a
with the
lawyer here. So
Mariah,
it's assault.
Engineer Wale
So
said-
you don't go back and start asking, let's look at the parenting. What have they done wrong? What's happening in the family? You prosecute. And that is what should be done right now.
Assuming
I'm
the girl is your
shocked.
daughter.
I'm shocked.
Assuming your girl, they call you now on the
Yes.
phone
Yes.
and said that we don't know what happened. Somebody just in your class just slapped and then poked.
Suspend the children. You can actually suspend them for a while and give them community service. Give them things to do, but don't expel them because you are robbing them of education.
I don't understand.
You're
They can go
robbing
back
them
to
of their
school later.
future because
No.
you are creating criminals, monsters that will affect your own children in future.
But we need scapegoatism because what we realize is that
Nobody said. I'm not saying you shouldn't use them as scapegoats, but make sure that the measure we are using is not punitive.
does not destroy their life. I
Simple.
understand we don't want to destroy. I don't
Exactly.
believe in destroying their lives, but I also believe that it must be strong enough that is a major deterrent, and nobody else will say that
Let me
they're
take
so
Ajibola's
angry
call
they
and
slap
come to
somebody
Nima.
else.
Ajibola, are you there? Thanks for calling.
Oh, good morning.
Morning, sir. Go ahead,
God
please.
bless you.
Amen.
Yeah, this topic for today is disheartening, honestly. And I'm a father, and my daughter is a university bound now. I'm full of rage and fear as I'm talking to you. Is this what my daughter will face when he gets here? I just think it's a societal problem, honestly. When you compare this thing with what we talk of the election that just happened, you will see that there's some problem with the way we think and the way we exercise power in this country. You understand? Please, as it is, these children that we are talking that are in this video, they are above 18. If they are above 18, let law take its course on them. Otherwise, this is our future leaders. What become of them when they grow up and they want to do these things? Please.
All right.
please,
Thank you very
please.
much, sir. Nima.
So that the person goes to jail for an assault, or that the person even goes to jail for murder or manslaughter, does not mean the person has been condemned. There's also reform happening there. The mind of that person would always go back to that act that happened. Muriel,
reform is
if
happening
these
in
people
Nigerian
are
prison.
expelled, you give them a lifetime of recalling what they did that particular day. Doesn't mean they've been condemned. They get another chance to apply to another school or leave this country and go somewhere else if they know how they will get their lives back. But what is important is that justice must not just be done, it must be seen to be done.
But Nima, don't you feel
this
that-
young lady, for instance, that has suffered this is beyond her. They should get justice for the school, for
Nima, don't you
everybody
feel like the fact that
are
first
still
of all,
hurt
the
by
video
this.
went viral, so we see their faces.
Yes.
Their full names is out in the media. We know who their father and their mother is. So that's enough punishment in it. So
I don't think
the
so.
family has been
Are you
disgraced
welcoming
and
Toby in
embarrassed.
our elections?
I am not.
If you allow this
I'm
fly,
not allowing
the
it.
one that we will see.
I am not allowing it.
Mariah is not allowing it.
I'm not
That's
allowing
clear.
it.
That's very clear. She's not allowing it.
But don't make
Don't
it such
destroy
that
their
they
lives.
destroy their lives. People don't destroy
Can
their
we
lives.
discuss another side to this
The
story?
consequence.
There are some people that were just doing follow beats. The video started with just 3 people. Then at some point in the video, some people came to do community involvement, and they are also being suspended. Let's talk about the fact that we see things and we join when you have no idea what is going on.
Thank you.
I'll come to you.
You didn't hear when it started.
Let me take this call. Good morning. Are you there?
Hello, good morning.
Thanks for calling. Go ahead, please.
Yes, I think these guys that dealt with this girl should actually face the law. If that girl has been killed, would we be talking about trying to help them so that they will counsel? These are criminal elements, of course. They should face the law.
Criminally minded people.
Made for people to face it. Because if this girl, right now, we don't even know if this girl has any secondary problem apart from the primary one that the school health center has taken care of. So I think they should face the law to serve as a deterrent to other people. These things are happening in schools, even in secondary schools.
Yes. I dare say, thank you very much. I dare say that the same spirit that caused those boys or those kids to heat up, to beat up, the same spirit you're using to judge them. No. Because we are all the same. We are all one and the same. How can you see a child in 100 level, 200 level, and say, oh, they are criminals? No, they're not. Over 18. Children. Listen, I want us to be I want us to be objective in this thing, because whether we like it or not, yes, make a statement.
People make mistakes.
But do not, people will always make mistakes, but let us ensure that we are trying to grow a generation of responsible children who solve problems properly. So if you make this their punishment punitive, what you're doing is saying, every situation you have to use punitive measures all the time. You will see more of Bayelsa, you see more of Kogi violence happening in future if we don't begin to solve problems.
Can we go back to secondary school?
How did you get let us solve problems properly.
And Bayelsa?
Because doing violence.
The person steals a public office and gets into office, we forget the act and say, okay, he has already gotten there, let's just leave him. He's my town man. See, Morayo, these people are adults. If they understand that for every action or omission, there's a consequence, they will behave well.
Can we go to secondary
school? They will not jump queue.
Okay, let's go to secondary school.
Properly.
Because these people are part of a secondary school.
No, let's not go to secondary school. Let me come to Beijing for a second, because I'm thinking, if the child that hit somebody or the community beater is your own child, he doesn't have criminal. He doesn't have a criminal. He doesn't have a criminal mindset. Yes. He was just there, trying to do join. And please see. So would you want your child to be taken to jail? So would you want your child to go because of that? These are children make.
Yes, because most of the children at that age suffer from low self-esteem. They want to belong.
Yes.
So he probably those ones that started the beating are his paddies. They want to just join their company.
So would you not date that your child?
No. If he decided to join, why didn't he join a good thing? He saw beating and decided to join.
There is a man.
Wait, let me hear the question.
In Nigeria that saw his son seeing the part the son is towing, reported his son to the police. That this man
to the DSS
is joining terrorists.
This kind of FBI.
The man reported his son
to the DSS.
When you are a good parent and you realize that your child is going out of hand,
what do?
You will gather with security officials to correct your child.
Yes.
So that is not an issue. If a child is going to cost you your life, you will take the child and say, I have tried.
Okay,
God will help
let me paint another scenario.
But it starts from secondary school.
Let me paint another
scenario. These children came from the school.
Let me paint another scenario.
Okay.
This young man, for example, maybe he's lived with his father and mother. Now his father maybe is a drunk. Comes every day, comes home beating up the wife. All he's known in his life is violence. His father beats up. Listen, and now finally he's gotten to university. That's all he's known.
Why are we painting a scenario?
Listen, I'm painting that scenario because this happens to young people.
His wife,
I'm compassionate for this person. I feel very compassionate for him. I feel very sorry for him. I have sympathy for him. He should not come and kill my children in school. So we will take him away.
So we will suspend him.
Yes, Mariah.
Get him some counseling and bring him back into the school.
Now from clap, dance they start.
Yes, so my
when
sister.
he's about to dance, you start from clapping. So if you do not handle this, if you do not nip it in the bud, this same person will get married tomorrow and beat the wife.
Yes,
and the lady beats the children.
He would have been counseled.
Let me take this tweet. PJ Comedian says,
we don't go around slapping people all over the streets.
Okay, let's say
there's right and there's wrong.
PJ Comedian says, please, so do they do school fatherism and motherism in the university? Suspension is not enough. It is either FUTA expels them or fire them with a lawsuit or for battery, assault, harassment, defamation, attempted murder.
Waiting. On top waiting.
Summarizing. what we are feeling right
You
now.
have to run up. But let's go. Talk about one
I'm
round
going
up.
to beg our schools, I'm going to beg them from secondary schools, because I think that a lot of this bullying takes place heavily in secondary school where we have the seniority system.
We'll treat that another day. The
Even
whole
from
day
primary
stuff.
And I think that parents should observe their
Their
children.
children.
When you see your child is beating, even the siblings, call the child and help the child understand that
You
beating
can't
is
talk.
not the solution.
Yeah, we'll come to that because bullying happens in schools and secondary schools, so we need to
primary
address
schools.
it. Unfortunately, that's all. Goodness, an hour and a half's gone. That's all we can take.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Welcome back. For a while now, every Wednesday we have had live audience show with some extra dedicated fans who make it a point of duty to be here every Wednesday, and we do not take that for granted. We spoke to some of them and they gave us their favorite episodes. Watch this.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
My name is Oloyo Kende. I am a teacher and I'm here to speak about Your View as a program. Your View is interactive, educative, inspirational, motivational and exceptional. Your View has affected my life positively because wherever I go to, I am able to give solutions to societal problems I found myself. And what I like about Your View is that it gives solutions to problems. If you have a problem and you're looking for solutions to your problems, Your View is the best place to come to. Then I want to talk about Nigeria as a nation. Your View has affected Nigeria as a nation positively because it allows the audience and the viewers to express themselves, and they are able to solve societal problems. So I would like to talk about the episode I like the most. The episode that interests me the most is that of a school girl that was sent home by the security guards because she wore eyelashes to school. And she came back to the school with her mother and the fight broke out.
Welcome back to Your View.
Moving on. So, a mother of a secondary school student was spotted in a viral video fighting the security guards of her daughter's school. According to reports, the woman allegedly engaged the security or guards in a fight for turning back her daughter, who had fixed lashes, to school. It was alleged that the woman who manhandled those, they actually manhandled those who didn't support it. Now, watch this clip.
Madam, leave him. They have left me the shed. Leave him. You are harassing me. It's not only you. It's not only you. Leave him. Leave the shed. Leave the shed now. Leave the shed.
Okay, so you can join the conversation on 070-8066-8014. You can also tweet us at TVC Connect. Please hashtag YourViewTVC so we can read your tweets. Now, what are your thoughts? Let me start with
Nima. Why not?
Nima, what are your thoughts on this?
Oh, the way I see it, the raising of any upright human being in the society starts from home. And this woman must accept that she's failed. I'm sure this is not a conventional, westernized secondary school like we have. We have some schools, some on Old Ojoro, that allow students come with their hair curled, face made up, and all sorts of things for the name of trying to copy what is Western. They allow. But if QC that I know is the same QC, and it's like the school that I went, this form of dressing makeup and all that is not allowed. The least that could happen was that morning she came in late for taking off makeup. The mom should have insisted from home, it's taken off, so that we avoid this back and forth and confrontation happen. No, the mom is a mom. In fact, she should gum it all the way like a brush. But she cannot have it on her daughter and force her daughter on society without conforming.
Well, let us be fair. We don't know the woman's story, because the truth is that it's easy for us to judge based on that video and say, oh, the woman was wrong. But we don't know what transpired between that man, the security guard, and the mother. It was
I've addressed what happened.
I know you haven't. I know. But it's also, I'd like us to also consider the possibilities, because some security guards can actually be very rude. Yes, you might be wrong. You might be right in pointing out that this is what your daughter is doing is wrong. But there's also a way you do it. Let me come to Mariam, your thoughts.
Yes, so that's exactly my thoughts. And there are parts of the video also that didn't show, which showed almost like a mob action. People were screaming at the woman and shouting at her. And there was a particular lady, her voice was so loud. Get away from here. Your child will never come back to this school. And that's my problem with... It's sort of like a Nigerian thing. We never take a situation and make it a teachable moment for people. We'd rather bully people into doing what is expected of them. I'm not saying this woman is right. I'm not saying that a child should come to school with makeup on and her hair done. But I'm saying that there's a way to teach that woman that would teach that child, that would teach many other people. Yes. Why must we cancel everything and throw the baby with bathwater? Why do we always do that? We did that to some girls that dressed in a long skirts and went to NYSC. And we saw adult women screaming at them and making fun of them. Well, we would have sat them down to speak with them. I'm not saying that bad things don't happen or people don't do wrong things, but how do we handle it for the better?
It's the approach we're saying, right? What you're saying. If there was a way you could have spoken to the woman nicely and respectfully, Madam, unfortunately, your child can't come into the school because of XYZ reason. It's possible that security guard was probably rude. Maybe that's why because for a woman to actually hold his shirt.
But it's also possible that I believe that this video would not have been made if that conversation had been listened or adhered to. I want to believe that the security would have said to the girl, not addressing her mother necessarily, when a student is resuming in the school that I went, they talk to you. If you're not conforming, they don't talk to your mother. It's in front of your mother that you will kneel to the gate and you'll be beaten for not conforming. This is what I'm explaining to you. This child is under that institution. There are two separate things. So maybe they had that conversation with the mother and they were resisted. Because I believe a video was made as a result of the resistance.
I have a
People just don't start fighting now.
I have a question. Was she blind when they were walking to school or in the car to school? No, because obviously she took her daughter to school. Yeah. Did she not see the eye?
No, let's just say she was the one that made her.
Excuse me, who is she going to do the eye for? It's an all-girls school. Who is she? Is it the teacher she's going to do the eye for? Is it the gateman she's doing the eye for? Because I cannot understand that eye to school. Not even university. Secondary school. And the girl could not more than
Can I just quickly answer? Teenager. See, I understand the question right now. We are assuming that this is a mother that knows better. Let's say we're dealing with a mother that doesn't know better. Imagine what we would have taught that woman at the school, instead of shouting her down and making her feel rebellious. So there are some people actually that do not think there's anything wrong. They have their children from very young age experimenting with all sorts of things. True. So they come out thinking, oh, some people, they even think, now we have money, we are showing off. Do you understand? True. But they don't understand. So values have changed. We need to bring people to a place. We need to understand that not everybody has our background, not everybody has our values.
Can I just ask you this question?
Yes.
Those gatesmen, do you think they have that intelligence?
Yes, so that's the point. So we had a person who they claim is an authority from the school screaming at this woman.
Did she sound like somebody that has sense?
So is it the woman with the daughter? Or
the one shouting.
We will come back to this school.
Does that sound like a person?
Okay, so what I expected was that
in a place of authority.
That altercation or whatever happened should have happened if it happened in an office, the school office. Madam, come. Your child, come. We're at an office, a principal's office or someone's office, and we're having this conversation. Do you know it would be better? A lot of lessons would have been learned.
Sometimes learning moments, like you mentioned, is not for the person that is the victim, but for the people watching, bystanders. So it may be they had a conversation with her and she resisted. If she had been able to get into school, other children will follow. The school, I'm just saying that the school is bigger than one student. So if they had made an example, which I believe they were trying to make of her, is what, other students will not dare to do what she's tried.
Nima, I would like us to really change that thinking. You see, you said something earlier that back in school, they'll make you kneel down to the gate and all that.
Now.
That was how we solved problems. We're trying to change that thinking. You don't force people to do those kind of punishments to prove a point. We have conversations. It's because of those kind of violent approaches to things that is causing somebody to go and burn up a woman to death in our house. We need to begin to solve problems where we have conversations.
No.
Okay, you're right. Maybe it's possible they tried to have that conversation. But if she had an authority to come forward and say, Madam, can you please follow me to the office? Let's have this conversation. Then you close, so you don't have all these bystanders. Everybody approaching. We always make this thing look like a thuggery situation at all points.
No. Discipline is discipline. As much as I agree that it's important to have a conversation under a decent environment, it's also very possible that they tried to have that conversation and she refused to let it happen.
Okay. Let me take this call from Adeshola. Dr. Adeshola, are you there, please?
Good morning, ladies.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
I'm actually female. I've been trying to get through to you guys for so long. So this is the first time I'm getting to.
Welcome to the show.
Yes, I am. Now, the reason I'm calling, I just saw that video. You know, everyone on that table has a point. Nima, I agree with you. That woman has failed for allowing her child wear eyelashes to school. That's absurd. I don't know what sort of children we're raising these days because I wouldn't dare wear that when I was in a federal government college. Now, I have a problem with the way security guys address people in this country. You know, it's appalling the way some of these people at the gate talk to people. I'm not saying the woman was right for attacking them back, don't get me wrong, but we need to train the security guys on how to correct people. If you have to tell someone they've done something wrong, do it politely. I think organizations should start to fire their security guards for not, communicating properly to people so that they will learn.
Thank you so much for bringing that point, Doctor, because I'd like to use an example. My school, for example. I started a program in Pan Atlantic University. From the security guard at the front gate till you enter, they are properly dressed. They speak with you politely. Even you, every morning, you greet them, good morning, sir, because they look like somebody you should be greeting, good morning, sir. The way they talk to you with that professional approach. And they are calm. They ask questions. Whenever they need you to do something, they'll explain to you. Even you feel like you respect them. So, but a lot of security guards today are not properly trained.
I don't agree. So I believe that security, they have agencies that now recruit security people and they do a lot of training for them. I want to believe, looking at this video, I don't know how you're seeing it, that these were trained security agents. This security agent did not lift a finger, even when he was being pushed around by this woman. He didn't do anything. Someone was trying to get the woman's hands off him. This was a trained security agent because an average Nigerian man would have given her a slap back. You slap me, I slap you back. But this man was trying to resist it. I don't know how you say, and this is QC. This is one of the established institutions, educational institutions that have a standard. I believe strongly that this woman was being told what to do. She resisted it and it happened like that. I was in secondary school once. We had a Russian Nigerian in my school back in GS 1 to 3. So they asked all of us in junior secondary to have our haircut. And this lady, of course, she's more whatever than African. So the hair was all the way here. So they exempted her. You know what the rest of girls did? They resumed school the next day with their hair still on. Those of us me quickly, my parents will not even waste time, confirm, cut the hair. So I got to school, I saw some 6 girls with their hair on. They were officers' children, and they said to the school, Ceci did not cut her hair, why should I cut mine? And that's what you see. So if Ceci had confirmed from day one, nobody else has an excuse. She's the only foreigner then in school. She had to leave school, but she cut her hair before she left. So sometimes the moment is what you deal with, not the one single person.
I just got information that the Honorable Commissioner for Education would like to say a few things. I'm going to try to call her now. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
And this tweet.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Good to have you back. So I'm going to take a quick tweet first before we talk to our caller. Yes, go ahead.
Yes, this is from Tata 4J. She says the girl was about to leave when the security guard started using derogatory words like prostitute and touching and dragging her. Then she goes on to say no pervert will put their hands on my child.
Okay, I'm now told that the Honorary Commissioner for Education of Lagos State is online. Good morning, madam. Are you there?
Yes, I am. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm told you wanted to say a few things concerning this issue. Go ahead, man.
Oh, I just wanted to comment on what happened. I think I agree with almost every speaker there that this was wrong. It was against the school rules, and school rules should not be broken. And I think the management of it was so brutal that I can't get over it. It should not have deteriorated to that situation. I have been the principal of the school. They should just have referred, because I don't think the security guards at the gate should have made that call as to whether that girl should enter the school or not. They should have referred her immediately to the vice principal or principal, where the thing will be handled with some decorum and dignity. The girl, you see what you have done for that girl is incalculable. She has appeared on social media all over the world. Is it fair to that girl? And don't forget, this could affect her in a lot of ways.
Yes. Of course.
So I don't like what the mother did either. But I know that to send that kind of thing or to save off that kind of thing, you don't even allow it to deteriorate at all. You just sit there and say, thank you very much, madam. Can you go and see the principal and vice principal? So that immediately there's this fighting in front of the gate is undignified. And it spoils the image of the school. I'm a mother of a went to Queen's College. My daughter is very unhappy about it. Now, when did it come to a stage where people were shouting and fighting and getting into a very brutal and primitive way of addressing a very simple issue?
Thank you so much, madam.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much, man. So that obviously, the security guard shouldn't have actually made that call. To refer her immediately to the
what
authorities.
This girl says, this girl was there.
Yes.
This girl that is tweeting, because if they had used derogatory, if you use derogatory words on my child, I will face you.
I mean, if that tweet is correct, then it explains everything. Because you cannot.
In the video, if you remember, in the video, they were saying, show her face, show her face. Then they were dragging the child.
She was covering her face.
She was trying to cover her face, and they were trying to video her face. I mean, that is wrong.
Can I quickly, there's this incident, I remember, my daughter is 5 years old, but even before then, she would take marker and she would color her nails, and I would warn her, and sometimes I would, smack her fingers. There was one time she did, and I took her to school with the marker, because I knew the teacher was going to call her and talk to her, and I told the teacher, and the teacher says, we don't allow this in school. She never does that. So sometimes imagine, you know how teenage girls can be. Imagine she says, mommy, and then the mommy had taken her and said, okay, maybe somebody would have reprimanded her.
So this one concerns me. Aminu Al-Hassan says, very shameful act. Similar thing happened to my friend years ago while we were serving at CDSS Ojo, that's my secondary school. School should not condone this type of bad attitude. Either you abide by the rules or you take your child to another school.
Okay, let's go on a very quick break. When we come back, we'll discuss sexual abuse. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
2019 was an amazing year for me personally. I had a lot of open doors for which I am grateful to God. 2019 was also an eye-opener for me politically because I became aware of what was expected of me as a citizen of Nigeria and what was expected of my leaders and how to hold them accountable to deliver on their promise. You would agree with me that the year has been tough with so many ups and downs, but because we are strong as a people, we still find a way to survive. 2020, on the other hand, promises to be better if we all join hands and do what is expected of every one of us. Be a brother's keeper, be more security conscious, fight for the oppressed, insist that the government fulfills its promises, and call out our leaders who aren't delivering on their job. With that, I think we'll have an awesome 2020. It is the festive period. and time for merriment and celebration. And we on Your View cannot overemphasize this enough. Please do not drink and drive. Do not drive and drink. Try as much as possible to be safe because we love you. To the ladies, I say thank you for making it fun. To the makeup artist, God bless you for making us glam. To the production crew, you have been our trusted machines working behind the scenes. You know I'm a rapper. May God bless every one of us. Thanks for watching and see you again in 2020.